So in terms of category creation, obviously, so there's demand and you can capture it. But in terms of creating a new category, so what are your thoughts about that particular aspect of?
Sure. I think like it's a risky business, like to create a new category. Ultimately, if you create a new category, then you need to educate the customers or like your prospects about not just the category itself, but about a new way of thinking about something that they already had opinions on, right? So it's much easier if I want to sell you, like I don't know, an example could be if I want to sell you I don't know, like a keyboard, right? Like I know exactly what, or like if I want to sell exactly like a touchless keyboard, right? I could call it in a completely different way, and I could market to you as a dial pad or like something like that. But it would then arise all questions like, what is a dial pad? What do I do with it? How does it work? Who is it for? Right? When would I use it? And then you will need to like drive answers repeatedly in the market with the right people over a period of time, because people don't just learn the moment that you tell them, like they need multiple touch points, right? And so like it becomes like a much longer and heavier investment for you to create a new category, anchor your customers to this new way of doing things, before you ultimately, see the results or actually capture a market share. Whereas, because ultimately, you're just gonna need to like still get people from an existing category to listen to your new one, right? Instead, if you just like introduce an incremental innovation in a new category, in an existing category, then it becomes much easier because people already understand the answers to all of those questions that we just gone through. So like I can just like tell you, instead of like a dial pad, I can just call it a keyboard without keys, or a touchless keyboard, right? So I'm already anchored mentally to what a keyboard is, like I know exactly what it is for, where would I use it, how would it work, and all of that. So I think I think especially now after we talked about like before, there's the barriers to create a new startup and a new product are extremely low. So like there's so much competition that's gonna only scale up. So like there's so much noise then creating new categories now is gonna be like an immense effort. So I always recommend try to anchor the customer into like an existing category, basically.